What's up guys, CT Gromer here. Today we're going to have a look at bar end mirrors from Kemimoto. I actually decided a while back that I wanted to start running mirrors on the bike again, and just as a matter of chance, Kemimoto hit me up, sent me out the mirrors, and wanted me to do a quick review, so let's do that. Stay tuned. Here they are, made in China, like a lot of good things nowadays. Here are the bar end pieces. We got two of those. Kind of hard to get these out, but it does come very nicely packaged. These mirrors do come in two colors. They sent me the blue, which I think looks awesome. Thank you, Kemimoto. That's all, dude. Comes with an Allen wrench. So this is the arm that attaches the bar end to the mirror. It comes with multiple washers to deal with multiple sizes. Here's a closer look at the bar end setup. And again, depending on how thick your bars are on the inside, you've got multiple sizes here to expand. Take this Allen key right here and you turn it. This expands inside of the end of the bar and it holds it in place. Super easy. You just take another Allen bolt here and they just screw in like so. Here's what the finished product looks like. Saw, dude. Beautiful. I can't wait to throw them on the bike. See how they look. Let's go out in the garage. If you do run these horrendous mirrors, go ahead and take these off by removing this little rubber piece here and unscrewing the bottom base right here. It's super easy. Unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you've got a Grom with stock handlebars, stop. It's not going to work. After you pull that bar end off, it's got proprietary plugs. You can't pull them out. This setup relies on being able to go inside like this. Then you tighten this up. This expands inside of here, and that's what holds the mirror in. So if you don't have a hollow 7/8 bar, this is not going to work. If you do have some Pro Taper bars or any other aftermarket bar that's open on the inside, I'll show you just a second. Let's proceed with the video. If you've already got a bar end on here, just pull it off. But for me, I've got closed end grips, so I've got to cut this end off. I want to leave a little bit of the red because it ties in the look, so I'm going to try to do that. That plug is removable, so let's pull that off now. You should just be able to pry it out. This is the hole that I'm talking about. Pro Taper bars and other Renthal bars and aftermarket bars are gonna have a hole like this. This is what you need. So to match, I may cut this just a little bit more and cut the red all the way off. There we go. Now we got a nice lip to work with. Now we're gonna cut the end off the throttle side. The throttle side is a little bit different because you really gotta watch out for the throttle tube. Luckily, this is a stock Grom throttle tube and it's got these crazy ends that show me exactly where I need to cut. We want the throttle tube to be flush with this. So what I'm gonna end up doing is scoot everything up a little bit, because if the throttle tube is sticking out and the mirror is sitting up against it tight, it can cause it to bind. And we don't want that, so I'm gonna actually move this up first before we go any further. We're just gonna take the front brake, we're gonna move it over just a little bit. We're gonna take the starter and the run switch, we're gonna move it over just a little bit too, because that's what's holding the throttle tube in place. Give it a little scoot, and just loosen the Phillips heads on the back here. Now that those are loose, this will just scoot right over if you watch. Just like that. Just kind of get underneath it and pull it right out like so with the razor. Hey, look at that. I know I sound like a broken record here, guys. This is just the most important, to have a little bit of barrel, almost looks like a gun barrel sticking out. So when this thing goes all the way in here, it's not binding. And I'll show you what I mean by not binding. You got it all the way up against it like that, and you can still twist the throttle, no problem. I want to make sure you guys understand the order of operations, how this goes. So you got the screw, stick it in the bar end. You want the little expander area with the serrations going this way. Then you want the little end cap here with the tapered end going in. Now that's for if we had a really big bar end, like a 1 and anyway, but for a 7/8, this is gonna work fine. You just put it straight in like this, Boop. So you got to slap this thing all together at once. So once you've found your correct size washer, because if you don't put anything on this metal thing, it just slides freely. Slide the mirror in like so. I want them facing down. So we've got the mirror in right. Put it right in here. Take your supplied Allen wrench and you just start turning righty-tighty. So then all you do, this is designed so that once you start to tighten this metal part here will push in and expand. So you got this tapered end here, it starts going inward, it expands in the hole, it holds it in place. So to get this thing started, I'm gonna take some channel locks and turn it. That's definitely gonna do it, because now I can barely get it in. That barn's not going anywhere. Yeah, you gotta finish by tightening this up or else it's gonna be moving all over the place. One down. There it goes. Whoa. What's moving? Oh, I see what's moving. This whole thing's moving. Why is this happening? Barn's not tight. There, so I'm gonna keep these a little bit loose until I get them just where I want them. Cinch it up good. I found out simply by sitting on the bike that when I have my hands up here, you're about where my head is, and look over. You can't see that mirror. So I'm gonna have to try them in the up position and see how that works. It really sucks because I like the way they look in the down position. It's pretty cool. To switch them from down to up, it's pretty simple. You take this one and you stick it on that side. You take this one and you stick it on that side. Or you can pull them off and flip them. Either way, it's a little bit annoying. You have to pull the bar end out. After installation and riding around using the mirrors, I'm glad to report that I'm very happy with the product. The mirrors were easy to install, and in the above handlebar position pictured here, they provide an outstanding amount of backward visibility, significantly better than stock. I also think the blue tint on the mirror gives a unique look. If you're looking for a more low profile and stylish upgrade for the Grom, consider these mirrors. I still think no mirrors look better, but here in California, you're just giving the police one more piece of probable cause to stop you if you don't have them. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And remember, if you like what you saw here today, please help the channel grow by subscribing. Each subscriber means the world to me and encourages me to keep creating content. As usual, thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, comment below. I always respond. Thanks.